Yes, it was the day after the walk. It was a good walk, although my legs are hurting today. I walked from Seacombe Bottom, yes, the joke's not last little interlude, via lots of quarries, like Winspit Quarry, which is, it might be worth going back there at some point to do some drawings. I like the ruins, although signs everywhere saying you're not supposed to go in. I'm surprised they allowed people to go in on most of the quarries along there, like Seacombe Bottom. And there was that one, and there was a few places. There was quite a few quarries along the way. Usually not allowed to go into the caves, but that one just had signs saying danger, so I didn't go in the caves. Well, not really caves; they're man-made tunnels. And then I went to St Albans Head and the church there, which is 13th century St Anselm's, which is really cool. Although, it's not really much to draw there. It's kind of like a lot of very, very old churches. It's just like a square, like a bit like a miniature, not exactly a castle, but like a very reinforced walls. And then like a little chapel on the side with no lights. You can't really see anything. Of course, classic is there's loads of the old style graffiti. I don't know how in the 18th century and 17th century and the 19th century people wandered around with their hammer and chisel, seemingly chiseling their names into things. And that interesting thing about St Albans Head is also there. I didn't realise there's this thing called the National Coastguard Initiative or something, or NCI, which is volunteer Coastguards. They've got a station there. It's weird because I was looking at it thinking, oh, this would be a good place for a wild camp, because a few of those, the Quarries, Seacombe Bottom itself, which is also an ex-quarry, there's quite a lot of little nooks and crannies, and I was like, oh, I could wild camp there. So it was a bit away. And there was a really brilliant place just before, which again seemed to be a ruined quarry workings, what could have been part of the old radar station that was there, because one of the first radar stations was there, a part of the whole chain. And on the previous trip I went to one of the others near Osmington, and some of the first radar was around here, so there's a monument to that. But yeah, there's Coastguards are there, so I don't know if they're there at night. It's maybe not a good idea, because they might tell you off for camping. That depends if they see you. And then I walked all around to Chapman's pool. I had an Uppy Downy. It was the weird thing is, walking down from Worth, I had the jelly legs experience. It's only on the going downs. Ups are fine. It's the downs. Seems like my back and my legs were really hurting today. And they say they expend more energy going down than up, so it kind of makes sense. But I didn't have that again, but I then got to Chapman's pool, and I was thinking of going a bit further on. That was Emmett's Hill. Emmett's, interesting, being ants and derogatory name for tourists. I don't know if that was intentional. But then there's a massive hill after that, and a massive cliff, and I was like, don't fancy it again. It was 6 o'clock, so I headed inland and had a nice meal at Kingston. Not that Kingston. There's Kingston, Ontario. There's Kingston upon Thames, near which I live, and then there's Kingston upon Hull, and there's Kingston, Jamaica. One of the millions of Kingstons. I don't know where the stone is. But that was a really nice meal at the Scott Arms. I treated myself because I missed out on the fish and chips at the. I wasn't going to get back in time, just by about sort of 15 minutes maybe, to the campsite, because of buses and things. It was like the bus was going to come about 7:30. I need to be back by here by 7:45. So it's not possible. I don't know why the idea of they have a chip van that comes around once a week, and it comes around at 7 o'clock. It's so early, and only for 45 minutes. So I had fish and chips there, slightly more expensive, but it was really nice, and the best haddock I've had ever, or one of them, and the chips are pretty good as well. So I was like, that was really nice. All because I wanted to get a bit lathered, because I knew I couldn't face going back to a deflating, possibly deflating airbed. I didn't want to see what the airbed was doing. It sort of had inflated when I left, and so I was like, but I could tell it deflated a bit, so I was like, that's not good. And yes, dear listener, I had a horrible night. Shades of 2 years ago, because the weird thing is that this very campsite is where my old Vango, a slight bit cheaper than the Thermarest I'm using now, gave up the ghost. But I managed to find someone had discarded a really, absolutely really heavy, I wouldn't try and carry something like that now, really heavy, kind of like a car camper mattress, which is what saw me out to the end of that trip. Now, the problem I'm having is that the field repair kit doesn't do shit for the Thermarest, because of course I brought a repair kit. I bought the field repair kit. You can get a permanent repair kit, but that takes 24 hours to dry, and I don't have it anyway. But it wouldn't help me. So at the moment I'm bodging it and seeing if I could use. I'm using the local shop had a Highlander PVC repair kit for those airbeds, those big blue inflatable things. Now I don't know what the surface is of the Thermarest. It's like according to the website, there's various blather about what the material is, but I think it's polyester, and this is for PVC, and it smells a lot like the rubber tire glue. I know it's not rubber, but I'm sure probably rubber inners of bikes are probably not rubber anymore. But so that's drying at the moment, and I also then put some seam sealer around the edges just for good measure, thinking, well, it's either one of the two. It's either something more like I don't think it's sil nylon, which is what tents are made out of, but it's some kind of polyester, some kind of plastic, but not rubber. So we'll see. That takes 12 hours to dry. And I was going to, as I said in the previous thing, go and urgently walk the Kimmeridge to Moot Bay bit, which I'm going to have to try and do tomorrow now, because I'm too knackered and I spent far too long. And I'm actually going to go into Swanage and see if I can get a bike repair kit, or if they have like an outdoor shop there. See if they have anything like that's proper shit for airbeds. I suspect they probably just got kind of like what I've got here. And yeah, I looked at Amazon if it could be shipped to me. But so if after the horrible night where it was deflating every 2 hours, and I woke up and I'm literally almost on the ground, because it's got some kind of padding, but it's I had a very bad night, and I don't want to go off walking today, because it's just ouch. And I passed up on a shag as well, because there was a guy I was talking to when I was like thinking, wouldn't it be good to have a grinder hook up? So while this is happening, sleep on a nice bed and then come back to this tomorrow. But the guy I'm arguing about, even though it was local, so I was, he's like, oh, I'll see you tomorrow, and actually he should have made the effort because now I'm just too knackered to do anything. So I was like, I've had to say, no, sorry, I'm too knackered, like a bit, very much like you missed your chance, mate. It sounds a bit arrogant, but he did. Because if he'd been my knight in shining armour and come and pick me up and provided a place to stay for the night, that would have been brilliant. Don't usually do that, but I've had people do that with me on holidays and things, which is really naughty. But in this case, it was an emergency. I did tell him that, and no, his loss. But so it's actually sunshine now. Brilliant. The typical grumpy, horrible morning. We've got sunshine now. It's supposed to be possibly raining in the afternoon, so I have to leave the airbed in the tent. maybe it'll warm it up in the tent more. I don't know. Hopefully I will have to leave the things open so I don't get gassed when I go in, because I've mixed so many bloody chemicals, like, you know, the PVC glue and the cyanide. It's a bit like a toxic soup. But I'm hoping the patch works, because you know the field repair did work. It just worked very badly. It just deflated slowly over about 2 hours. It needs to be properly fixed, and for that I either need a kit or to send it off to Thermarest in Ireland. So anyway, I don't know what you can do tonight because I'm trapped here because the railway strikes. Thank you, RMT. No thanks thing. So we'll see. So unfortunately, if these fixes don't work, and I don't find maybe a kit to use later on tonight after 12 hours, if that doesn't work, I might need to get some bloody duct tape. Even duct tape would help. I've got this cyanide tape for the tent tears, and it doesn't stick to it. So, but yeah, anything like that, just slow it down for a few hours more, just so I can get some sleep. So, if that doesn't work, I'm going tomorrow. I can't really. This place has beat me again. It's a shame because the weather's so lovely, but I'm so knackered. Yeah, so we shall see tomorrow. It'd be a shame, but then, as I say, it's a curse of the even-numbered. The curse of the even-numbered jaunts. But then again, it's my fucking fault. But for cutting something on a penknife next to the, the classic thing is I was trying to get into a packet or something. Oh, I'll use a penknife, and of course it went straight through, and you get and then into the mattress. It's like, duh! Most expensive sandwich ever. I'll speak to you soon.